What's going on, everybody? How you doing? This is a donation request. This is for James. This is Winter Sleep, the song, Territory. I think you guys know where we're going with this. I've never heard of this, never heard of this band. The only reason why I think I know about this is because of the comment section. Because, I'm looking at it right now, so I know the answer, but I had a feeling that this was something that Geddy Lee played on. And I'm pretty sure that that's what's going on here. This is a Canadian band. Let's see. Winter Sleep. Canadian Indian rock band. You know, all kinds of Canada things. Before all that, if you're new here, please subscribe. Check out my videos. All kinds of videos. Reaction videos, bass videos, music videos. Check it out. If you like the channel, all kinds of ways to help out the channel. You can hit me direct. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Amazon wishlist, mailing address, donation requests, just like this one. So if there's something you want me to listen to, talk about, check out, all of that, hit me direct, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. In the notes section, leave a link, leave a description, let me know what you want the video to be on. I'll make the video. You can also email me at jpanreadsemail@gmail.com. Thank you. Okay, so, indie rock band, Halifax, Nova Scotia. That's the cold part of Canada, right? Okay, I still got Canada jokes. Good. Band's original lineup they're all cold. Consisted of vocalist and guitarist. Okay. Canadian names. Okay, we got Gord, we got Judd, we got Gord, we got, okay. Just kidding. Sorry, Canada jokes will end now. Has served as, okay, alright. Open for Pearl Jam, that's cool. 7 albums. Okay, so, in December 2015, Winter Sleep signed with Dine Alone Records. In January 2016, they premiered the song America with a K, oh wow, through the Wall Street Journal's blog. I already know how that's gonna go. Okay, on March 4th of that year, I don't know what that means or what that was supposed to mean. The America with the K and the Wall Street Journal, that just like triggered me somehow, I don't know. Band released their 6th studio album, The Great Detachment, through Dine Alone Rush bassist and vocalist Geddy Lee played on the track Territory, and that's what we're checking out. Album received its widest publicity for America, a single whose video painted a seemingly apocalyptic portrait of contemporary American life before cutting away to a clip from a campaign speech by Donald Trump. The amazing thing, sorry to get political, it's just because it got political. The amazing thing is that it didn't get apocalyptic until a couple years ago. That's the interesting thing. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but that's the interesting thing, is that it didn't really get apocalyptic until a couple years ago. I mean, the pandemic, that, maybe let's say it starts there, which did start under Trump, gotta say. That did. Not liking how any of that went. They're all scum, right? There you go. All right. The beautiful middle. All right. The song was their biggest hit since Weight Ghost in 2007, reaching #1 on Canada's alt-rock, alternative and rock charts. Album was shortlisted, Juno Award finalist. Okay. So, does Geddy sing on this? We'll know. Maybe we won't know, actually. It's kind of later. Well, no, we'll still know. It'll sound terrible. Oh, God. This is already going off the rails. And also, before we get into this, there's a bunch of things that Geddy's been getting into. He's doing this little book tour thing, and he loves England. Of course, just has always been a sucker for England, right? Just loves it. Just goes over there, it's just like, like he's got his little pinky in his ear. Loves England. That's cool. That's cool. And he eventually did throw out some America dates. And of course, there's nothing that's coming down my way. So, which I noticed is kind of normal. I was talking to another buddy of mine that's down here, who I met from the channel, actually, who noticed that also, that like, there are lots of groups and bands and things like that, tours, that don't come through Florida. And I told him that when I lived in Boston, I felt the same way. There was a lot of groups that would hit New York City and just not go further north. And I'm like, why would you not hit Boston? There's a ton of this is College Central. But there are a lot of tours that they just skipped it. It's weird. I traveled to New York City to go to shows a fair amount, actually. during that time. But and then, you know, Los Angeles is just the best in that way. Not only are you gonna see all of the shows, unless you're working, of course, but like not only are you gonna see all of the shows, there's a pretty good chance that you're gonna just run into people out and about because they live there. Fantastic. Wow, amazing. I mean, unless you're not into that kind of thing. But yeah, Florida, there's a lot of places that people don't hit. They're not coming, you know, it's like they don't come down here. Anyways, it's a thing. So he's not coming down here. And then also I saw that he's got some show that's happening. Some bass player show. That's got to be super boring. Like a bass solo. Super boring. Who wants to hear a bass solo? Not me. Nobody wants to hear a bass solo. That's why the bass doesn't solo that often. Because it's just not as entertaining as a guitar solo or a sax solo or even a drum solo. Jeez, even a drum solo, right? And he was smart about it. He let the drummer solo every gig. Pretty much made him, you know, even when he was just all, you know, old and broken. It's like, okay, no, you still have to, you can split it up into a couple of solos throughout the gig, but you still have to solo. All right. Anyways, we're going to check this out. Sorry, there's a lot of, you know, like pent up. It's because I haven't been doing Rush, right? Is that what's going on? I've moved on. I'm doing all these other things. Okay, so WINTERSLEEP, Territory. Let's check this out. Let's do it. Bam.
You could close your eyes, pretend that you were somebody else, a territory far away. You can live a life, you could just be anybody but yourself, floating in the universe. You could build a life, you could build a house around it. Come on, pull into the century. You're not a factory. You're not supposed to be.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like the song. I like the sound, you know? Like, I've never heard this band before in my life, right? This is the first time I'm ever hearing them. And I dig it. You know, I dig the style. I dig the sound that they're making, you know, the direction or whatever. In terms of the bass playing and just Geddy, if you didn't tell me it was Geddy Lee, I wouldn't have known. He's just playing bass, you know, like he's playing the song. He's playing for the song. He's not like doing Geddyisms specifically, right? Even his tone sounds like, I mean, it kind of sounds like Geddy, but like, again, if you didn't tell me it was Geddy Lee, I wouldn't have thought Geddy Lee at all. I've heard a lot of Geddy Lee, especially recently, right? I've been hearing a lot of Geddy Lee for the past year and a half. So, you know, I wouldn't have thought Geddy Lee, and that's fine. That's not, there's nothing wrong with that, with him playing, you know, playing for the song. That's your job, right? As a bass player, that's your job. That's your job. So you did a good job. He did a good job. And aside from that, like, the song was cool. It was cool. It was an interesting song. I liked all the parts. And it sounded fine, you know, just recording wise. I thought it sounded alright. There was something a little bit distant about the recording as a whole. There was something about the recording as a whole. I don't know if maybe it's just this file or whatever. I'm listening to the official audio off of Dine Alone Records. That's where I'm getting this from. So you would assume that this is the best, you know, the best they got, the best, you know, quality wise or whatever. And this is probably how it sounds on Spotify and all those kinds of things. But you never really know, because when you're dealing with digital files, I don't need to get into it. You get it, right? You just never know. So, but there was something. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is not the first video I'm recording today, and I'm thinking about what I just heard, which was both an older recording and a pretty newer recording, kind of like this one. And the newer recording was really clean and really present. This one, I don't know why this recording, while I thought it sounded good and I can hear everything, there was something that was different about it. I don't know if it's just like it wasn't like as hot, you know, kind of like mastering, you know, like how you can master things and just the mix is hot, all those kinds of things. Maybe it's that kind of thing. I don't know what it is, but there's something about it that makes it feel a little bit more distant or something. That's just, I don't know if that's you may not get it. You may not get what I'm trying to say. I feel like I'm not doing a good job of explaining myself or getting the words out to communicate what I mean, because it's sometimes you can't find the words. But those are the words that are coming to mind. But I mean, yeah, aside from all that, yeah, this is just me nitpicking and just telling you as much as I can about how I feel about what I just heard. The song itself is fine. It's all good, and I liked it. I feel like I would probably like other songs by this band. I thought the singer was fine. Didn't specifically stand out as like, oh yeah, I really like this vocalist in that kind of way, but he wasn't bad. It wasn't like that. I thought he sounded good. He fit. Yeah, cool. All right, awesome. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next video.